Oh my goodness. Let me go through and make sure we are streaming on all channels, and let me make sure, try not to make my eyes big. I don't know how to do this. The thumbnail for the very first live for this season, like I look insane because I think my mouth is halfway open and my eyes are big.
You're just bright-eyed and bush-tailed and ready. That's all it is.
That's all it
Hi,
is.
y'all that are already listening to us.
Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. I'll move it over to our consigner group. And I'm trying to go live on Instagram tonight because there was something.
Yeah,
I think our app key was out the last couple times, so we will see. Instagram. We don't have a real good relationship.
It's like, let me see if I can log on. My phone's charging, but.
Okay, I see my phone. I was about to say I have so much stuff on this desk right now. It's insane. To find my phone. Okay, let me go into our back to school event. Get that going. While y'all are waiting on us to formally get started, I am Fran Benson. I'm with JBF Sugarland, and we have.
Hi, I'm Amy Natardis, and I'm with JBF Sugarland as the manager, Fran's manager.
She keeps everything running smooth. I don't know what
We're a team.
We are a team. We are a team, and we have a great team.
Yes.
Of
Y'all should think about joining our team.
Yes. You definitely should think about joining our team. There is hourly pay, is contract work. But yeah, come and join us. Come and join us. We have to have a team to make all the magic happen. So,
and I like to think we're a pretty fun group. I like to have some fun. We laugh a lot.
Mm-hmm. We definitely do. Oh yeah, we are. I believe we are streaming live. Oh no, I have to click go live on Instagram. Okay. We are on Instagram.
Woohoo! Yeah, I was like, I just see it.
Yay!
I need to turn. I can hear it.
Yay! If y'all have been with us the last few seasons, you know.
The struggle.
You know the struggle is real with IG. So,
but we're going to talk nice about it. We love it because we want it to keep streaming.
That's right. All right. So, our sale is like we are counting down. We're like 5 weeks away.
Yep.
So, if you are still curious about what JBF Sugarland is, we're here to talk about that tonight. Throw your questions in the chat so that we can try to answer those questions while we're here live. Even if you catch us on the replay, put your question in the chat and we will answer it when we see it. And hopefully, help you with those questions. But we have a ton of seller events going on to help you understand what JBF is. We are actually a franchise system. So we have lots of resources to help you start tagging, get your items to the finish line, to the drop off at the sale, and for you to clear your clutter and make some cash while doing that. So we have our YouTube page. Some of you guys are watching on YouTube. Our YouTube page has lots of very short clips. Amy and I try to keep these to about 30 minutes, 40 minutes sometimes. But there are very short clips on YouTube that will walk you through the different processes. And once you get started, it really is easy. The main thing is just starting. But we have those YouTube clips, but we are hosting a seller event tomorrow. It's a Facebook seller event. So there's a seller page, our event page that this will go on in, and we'll need to put that in the link in a little bit,
Hmm.
so people can join. But we have that going on tomorrow where you can ask questions, and we'll be giving away some prizes and things. So join us tomorrow for that. Our JBF corporate is hosting a seller event on June 18th, and that is, let me pull that up. Oh, I just got out of it actually. Okay, so it's June 18th at two times at 12 p.m. and then again at 7 p.m. is the consigner jumpstart. They'll walk you through our tagging system. And so, those of you who are vets, you've done this for a while, but you know our tagging system and our consigner where you get your consigner profile that has changed. So if you want to get like a walkthrough of it, they will be doing that on that consigner jumpstart. So they will walk you through how to go through that page and everything and get you started. And then there's another one, Consigner Con. Again, lots of prizes. That's going to be Thursday, July 9th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. So those are virtual events you can get on and learn exactly what you need to do to sell with JBF Sugarland or JBF in general. And then Amy and I host these lives every Monday, and we will give you tips, tricks, and all of the things. And we have a consigner private consigner Facebook page where you can go on and ask questions and get answers if you're having questions about pricing. That is there as well. So I think I covered everything. What do you think, Amy? Did I leave anything out as far as people getting started?
I don't think so. I think you got it all covered. I'm trying to post it in the comments. So I just posted our Sugarland Facebook event in the comments. I think I still need to add it somewhere else, but it yes. So I'm adding those in. But yeah, no, I think you did great.
Well, we also have a consigner coach. So
Oh yes,
if you sign up with us to
that's right.
sell and you're brand new, we have a consigner coach, McKenna. She will text you, reach out to you, see if you have any questions, and she's there to help you along the way as well as any of us here.
Yes, and if you haven't heard from her for whatever reason, don't be afraid to reach out to her. She's a busy mom like all of us, so go ahead and reach out to her, and yeah, utilize as much of your resources as you can. There's so
Hmm.
many things on YouTube, like Fran said, and the Facebook group is really helpful. So don't just stick to your pamphlet or one little thing. Like look at all your resources to try to help you.
Hmm. And let me actually, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. I know we did it last or week before last, but I want to show you guys just real quick again our seller site. Alrighty. Okay, so when you decide to sell with us, you have the site will come up once you register. And so this is what I was talking about as far as the summer series that JBF Corporate is doing, the Jumpstart and Consigner Con. So that is there, and you can just register on this site. But once you've signed up, you'll see Houston, Sugarland, Rosenberg, back to school sale, view info. Once you go there, on this left side, there is a tab that says seller resources. When you go to the seller resources, this is another area where it will walk you through how to create tags, what pricing should look like. That's probably our biggest question, don't you think, Amy?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
definitely.
know how to get started with pricing. So it actually gives you some guidance with pricing. So right here, books, games, and more, it says price at least 75% off retail. So it gives you a video of how to do it, gives you some tips there. So this is a great resource.
And isn't there a graphic too, Fran, that we always refer to? Is it in the seller guide, the full seller guide?
The
Or is
this
it
one,
somewhere else?
is it this one that you're talking about?
No, there's another one like where the graphic it like shows like if it was priced originally at like
Oh, uh-huh.
$5, you know. I wonder if it's
Um,
in the surely it would be in the full seller guide.
it is definitely in our consigner guide.
Yeah.
Um, so if you go all the way to the bottom for the um, hard copy of the consigner guide, well, I might need to change this so it shows the.
But I think it's in it has something to do with like it's in clothing, I know. I think that's what
Mhm.
I remember it being in. I see the picture.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't pull it up right here, and I'm gonna have to change this so it doesn't show this zip file.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah, I know there is a graphic that shows like a pricing guide. It's in that other part. How do
Okay.
I go back? It's in here somewhere because I've seen it.
It's never
But
when we're trying to find it, it's never easy, right?
right, let's see. Let's go to clothing. Maybe it's under clothing. Let's
Yeah.
see. Yep.
Mhm.
What do you know? It's under
Yeah,
clothing.
there you go. Yeah. So that's what I used when I first started. That was really helpful. I tried to keep it within what this graphic really helped me.
Yeah, this is really good. Yep. So that is it. Now let me see if I can stop sharing. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to show you guys that again, because there's so many resources, like we said. But we don't want to keep you guys. It's already almost
Halfway.
8:15. Yeah, halfway through. So
Well, we didn't start till 8:05, so we're okay.
see, Amy keeps me on track. So tonight we're talking about tagging. We're going to talk about tagging clothing, shoes, and then big items. So, Amy, tell us what you got. How are we going to
Okay,
get
well,
started?
before you tag anything, you want to
Mhm.
make sure you have the right supplies. So, um, a lot of these things you maybe even have around your house, just go ahead and gather. If not, they can definitely be found at like very cheaply dollar store, clearance section, that kind of thing. They're household items, but we also sell them for you for instead of buying like big in bulk. For instance, like cardstock, you can get it from us and we'll just sell you just a little bit because you don't need a whole pack kind of thing. So but yeah, there's a list of supplies that is recommended for you. But one thing that I like to do just for my sanity is I keep everything in a tote, in a supply kit. And don't judge me, but it's a wine bag holder, but I like it because it has compartments. So I didn't pay for this. Well, I guess I did when I bought wine, but it was something I had around the house, and I just gathered all the things that I would need to have it, so that way in one place when I'm tagging, I take this with me because I don't always tag in the same spot. I know Fran likes to tag like at her computer, but I like to use my iPad. I like to use my phone. So I'm kind of tagging on the go sometimes. So if I'm doing that, I don't, maybe I'm sitting in front of the TV watching Netflix. So I have my bag with me. So just some things that are helpful, just pulling them out at random. Curling ribbon, painter's tape. I also
Mhm.
have the thin painter's tape that is really helpful, I find, for books and things. Mine happens to be pink, but they come in different colors. I also have a pair of scissors. Yep, there you go. Pair of scissors. I just keep a kid's one because they're small. Some rubber bands. I have a big old bag of them. I have some pens and things in here too. A baggie of safety pins. I always replenish this every season because you're going to need a lot of them. And I will say I would recommend not getting these from the dollar store just because they're not
Right.
very sturdy. You really want these to be good quality. So I personally wouldn't go for the Dollar Tree ones or the dollar store ones because they're more flimsy. So I know we get ours from the dry cleaning supply or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you want to have good quality safety pins. So those are definitely a good one. I have a magic eraser that I use specifically for shoes. So I keep that in here. I have a love-hate relationship with the magic eraser, but I use it. Some zip ties. You can use curling ribbon or zip ties, but depending on the thing, I have both.
Or even yarn. I use
yarn.
yarn a lot of times.
This is a really crumpled one, but I keep a stash of large item tickets. So we'll talk about that probably a little later, but I keep a stash in here. I don't have in this one my packing tape because I probably used it to package something else, but I definitely always keep packing tape. And then I like to use a tagging gun. So I keep my tagging gun and my extra bobbins. I don't know what they're called, but am I forgetting any supplies?
I think that's pretty much everything.
Okay. Obviously cardstock's in my printer, ink in my printer, my printer, that kind of thing. But yeah, these are like my go-to to go ahead and get busy with tagging.
And then just Ziplocs sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Ziplocs and things like that.
I used to keep the jumbo ones too. I do get those at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, whatever. Those are helpful with toys, I find.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like Amy said, like the goal is not for you to go out and spend a bunch of money on supplies. Use what you have on hand. You just want to make sure that you're able to secure your items so that they are not, falling out or, just loose. So try to use what you have. If you just need a little bit, we do have stuff that is, low quantities. And I put the supply page in the chat. So if you need to order supplies, you can go ahead and order them from us if you want to, or you can go on Amazon or wherever.
And I mean, you're going to be hooked. So this is something that you're just probably going to want to invest in, and you're just going to keep a supply. So
right.
don't have buyer's remorse. You're not going to have buyer's remorse by getting them. You're going to use them.
Yeah.
One thing I really didn't say, because I don't keep them in my tote, is hangers. You're going to want to have hangers. That's probably key. A lot of people always ask us that. We get that question a lot. Yes, you need to provide your hangers, and no, you will not get them back. They sell with the item. So that being said, you don't need to give your nice hangers from your kid's closet. I stock them from anywhere you can find them. Facebook Marketplace is a great place to ask for your free item groups, those kind of things. But dry cleaners, I use my husband's dry cleaner hangers. I stack, I hoard them. Also, when you're shopping for other things at other stores, keep those hangers. You can use adult sizes. You can use kid sizes. It really doesn't matter. We're not picky about the hanger necessarily. What we are picky with is it stays on the hanger and how it is on the hanger. So.
Right. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Hangers, like Amy was saying, like any of those places. I've also found that Old Navy will give me, whatever hangers I ask for. They'll, how many do you need? And they'll, give me a bunch. So that's another place. And we recommend generally the children's hangers for sizes 5T and under, and then adult hangers for sizes above 5T. But I mean, do what works best for the item. It doesn't matter if it's a wire hanger, it's a plastic hanger, a wooden hanger, just as long as you can secure your item. And we'll show those in a second. Mac just brought me one of the big.
Oh, the big mega. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have some.
You can get those at Dollar Tree.
So there you go.
Yeah.
We have these bundled together. Well, we'll talk about toys next week.
I will say, I don't know if this is going to happen, but just heads up, if you are looking, like, you're going to sell a lot of clothes, so you're going to need a lot of hangers. If you can't find them and scrounge around in free groups and stuff, Prime Day is coming up. I know they sell big sets of them on Amazon, so maybe you could find them. I don't know. I'm not affiliated.
Yeah.
But it might be something to start looking into to see if you can get them at a deal or something.
And then after, I guess beyond that, Target is usually like the place that has the best, just regular price deal on hangers. So that's where we found them to be the cheapest if you just have to go out and buy them from the store if you're like running out. So, all right, well, we will jump into showing you guys clothing. If you have questions, like I said, throw it in the chat. I'm watching YouTube for comments, and we're watching for comments other places. So the main thing, and it might show it a little bit differently here, but the main thing is whenever you get your hanger, you want to place your clothing on it where the hanger is making a question mark. So the hanger's hook is going to go, if you're looking at it, it's going to go on your left. Okay. It might look a little different because of the mirror effect, but you're going to have it, again, as you're looking at it, the hook is going to be on your left side.
Yeah.
So like a question mark. If your item fits like this to where it's not going to come off, we do the shake test. If it's not going to come off on the hanger, then you don't have to secure it with a safety pin. But if it is loose, then we do ask that you secure it with the safety pin. Now, this is a cute little Rudolph pajama set. And so right now I haven't tagged this. So right now I just have the pants laying over the inside. But whenever you get ready to actually tag this for selling, this will need to be on the outside. So we use our safety pins and we would attach it to the top of the hanger on the outside like that. Oops. So that way the seller or the shopper can see both pieces. They can flip this up to make sure there's nothing on the other side, and they can see the back of the shirt. And so that's how you would do that there. Again, make sure everything is free from stains, smells, rips, holes, all of that good stuff. We want just, gently pre-loved items. So we do take costumes. And so like this costume, what I generally do, like whenever I have something that has like skinny straps like this, I will take like one safety pin a lot of times and just pin it like right here. So that way it doesn't come off. Costumes and things like this, you're going to want to check to make sure like it's not coming apart at the seams. You want to make sure that your elastic is still good in any of your clothing, especially swimsuits. If you have accessories for this, you can add it on to the hanger. So if there was like a hat or gloves or a wig or whatever, you can add those onto the hanger so you can sell it all as one.
And you could do that by putting the accessories in a Ziploc bag and attaching it to the hanger with that. So you don't have to have them loose. You can put them all in one Ziploc bag and attach that to the hanger.
Yeah, and I didn't bring, let's see. Let me show you guys a little bit of how that would be done. I'm improvising here because I did not bring. So let's just say this went with that outfit. I already have a hole in this because this goes to something else that I need to attach, but I can use curling ribbon and then just attach it there. Pants. I have stuff just falling everywhere. Pants need to be attached to the top of the hanger, or bottoms need to be attached to the top of the hanger, not the bottom of the hanger. If you attach it to the bottom, it's going to slip and slide and it's going to get lost on the racks. So um, attach it to the top with your safety pins. And I actually have this one tagged with the safety gun. And so you can see there was a tag inside, and I used the safety gun to tag through that tag. Amy, do you want to talk a little bit about using the safety gun and how you?
Yeah, sure. I actually need to tag these. So I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. So this is I'm selling this as a bundle. It is three baby onesies. They're all the same size. They are the same brand, but that doesn't necessarily matter, but they are the same size. So if you're going to bundle something, you want to make sure they're all the same size. And these are just generic onesies. These were never worn, but I did make sure with onesies, you always want to check the back for blowouts. Make sure that there is no stains, but these are brand new. So I am selling them as a bundle. I have found, I guess I should talk for myself, that bundling really gets people's attention and they fly off the shelf. Because, as a buyer, you feel like you're getting a better deal. Instead of just one onesie, you're getting three, and, you price them as such. So I did hang one. This is a child size hanger. And so I did hang one on there. And then what I did was I just stacked the others together, and I attached them with the safety pin. So they're not going anywhere. There's a shake test. They're all good. They can separate them and see all the different things. So I like to use the safety gun. Now with onesies, they don't have tags. Typically, sometimes they might have them like in the bottom part. And so with us, we kind of want it in the, it's the upper right. I always get dyslexic. Upper left corner, upper right corner. Upper right corner is where we want. Why is it confusing?
If your safety hook is this way, so upper right.
Upper right hand, yes. So you want your tag to be on the upper right. So with these, the inside tag, the clothing tag is down here at the bottom. That wouldn't really work. So another place we suggest is in the seam. So I'm going to go ahead and find the seam in the armpit of the onesie, and that's where I'm going to attach my tag. So I have my tag entered it in, cut them out. This was from nine items on a page, cut them out. This is my tag now. And then what you're going to do is, if you're using the safety gun, you'll go ahead and puncture a hole right on the tag. There's a space for the where we see the safety pins. So that's usually where I go in. I puncture my hole. I already practiced so that I wouldn't. And then I just kind of leave it on there, and then you go ahead and find your seam. And we say seam because tagging guns can leave holes enclosed. They're not like safety pins where they wash out. So that's why I'm finding a specific place on the garment so it doesn't ruin it. So that's why we find the seam portion. So I'm trying to do this to where you can see. So here's my seam, and then I'm going to go ahead and carefully insert the point through the thick seam,
and try not to to stab yourself.
Yeah. So then there it is. It's good to go. And then you just push the gun. And in theory, this happened to me last season. Fran, I don't know what it is with this. It was just working. But anyways, it goes through.
Pretend
my
like
tagging gun doesn't like it has like it's camera shot. Yeah. So then it would be hanging from there. In theory. This did it to me last time. I'm so embarrassed. But anyway, so that's how you do it. It's good to go. If you are going to use a tagging gun, just make sure you really carefully read over our instructions on that. It's not required to use a safety gun. Some people prefer it. Some people don't. I do like it when it works.
Yes. And so like Amy said, like if you use that tagging gun and you tag like just through the garment, that's going to create a hole in your garment, and you will not be able to sell it. So we will consider it a no thank you. And then when people buy it, if it made it through for whatever reason, when people buy it and they get home and start cutting the tags, they realize that there's a hole there, and then it causes a lot of dissatisfaction. So if you're going to use a tagging gun, make sure you do it correctly. There are guidelines when you do your drop off appointment. There are guidelines in the seller resource part that we just talked about, but you always want to tag it either in a seam or on a existing tag. Um, so another thing, Amy, can you show your bundle again?
Yes.
So whenever you're bundling, you see how Amy has that safety pin going from that second onesie, and it goes around the top of the hanger. So the safety pin should still go around the hanger, even if you're bundling, not where the
Just around
clothes are
top.
just safety pin to each other and not on
Yeah.
the not on the hanger, not to the hanger. So because what happens is then that weight will start to pull down on your garment. That can leave a hole with the safety pin. It can damage your clothing. So, and it makes it harder for people to be able to see what you have on your hanger. So,
I was going to try to show you what not to do, but mine won't even go through all of 3 of them. So, like that.
yeah. And then also, just a word of caution, of word to the wise, or however you say it. But right before this, I was eating. I was eating pizza. It was the best Papa John's pizza ever. Like, I don't know what they did tonight, but they made it like just
The
like
chef
perfect.
was on fire, huh?
Yes, it was the best pizza ever. Anyhow, as I am shoveling it in my mouth and starting to do the things here, um, I wasted pizza sauce, so you probably can see a stain, but I didn't realize it. And so, well, I thought I had wasted something. I looked and I didn't see it. Anyhow, I go to grab these things to show for tonight, and I look down, and one of the items has a big piece of marinara sauce on it. So, and then I look down, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have pizza sauce on my shirt, and now it's on this
Your
item that I'm
item.
about to show. So, don't eat and tag. And then, even if you have new items, go through and check them for stains, because as they move around the house, as you're doing stuff with them, because the item that I had was a brand new with tag, with still had tags on item that I got the marinara sauce on. So, just make sure you're checking for stains and check in light in different lighting to look for stains. My last one I'm going to show is this shirt that is new with the price tag still on there. So this is perfectly fine to sell. You get too many clothes and then you don't get to use them. JBF is the perfect place to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
What you don't want to do is price at the same price that's on this tag.
Or
So,
higher.
or higher. That is not what you want to do. It's going to sit there and stay there. So we recommend, there's that pricing guide that we just talked about that shows the different brands and what you should price at. Now, if it has tags on it, you might price maybe $1 more than the guide or whatever, but you're still going to want to price this at about 30%, 40% off the retail price, because people are coming for a deal. If they can buy the same thing in the store on the clearance rack, they're not going to buy it. They're not going to buy it at JBF. They're looking for a deal. So price it right. Price it to move. All
For
right.
sure.
We have a few
Uh,
more minutes left.
yeah.
So we're going to move on to shoes. Shoes, just make sure they're clean. Amy already mentioned the
Magic
magic
eraser.
eraser. A lot of people like the Miss Mouth stain remover. I've heard makeup wipes work pretty well to clean off shoes and the white parts. Amy, you like the toothpick and the
Yeah.
tooth. I like the toothbrush, kind of wipe it down. So you have some shoes you want to show?
Well, I forgot to grab my tennis shoes because I was going to show you the toothpick thing, but my kids are already asleep. But I do have a pair of ballet slippers. So these, I've seen them sold different ways. You could put them in a Ziploc bag to keep them together, and then just attach the tag on the outside. Or what I'm planning on doing is I'm just going to put them together. It has elastic in the elastic, whatever, words are hard. You know what I mean, elastic. So I'm going to safety pin them together through that and attach my tag all on that same safety pin. So I'm all about utilizing the same, saving my supplies as much as possible. And then that way, these, I made sure that they were as clean as, I could get them on the outside. They're going to be, they're used. So they're going to be a little bit used on the bottom, but they're still in really good condition. And the elastic is still fine, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to attach them like this and attach the tag. I don't have that tag right here on my desk, but we would attach it in the same spot and then they're good to go. Well, since I have ballet slippers, sometimes we like to put ours separate from the shoe area, but you could see them in the shoe area depending on what JBF you go to. But I know ours, we try really hard to separate ours out and put it with sports, just because it fits that genre. So they're still considered shoes, but we move them on the floor. They're over by our sports and outdoors area, and we have a special shelf for them. So same goes with tap shoes, cleats. I don't know what other shoes, sports you would need besides those, but yeah. So anyways, with tennis shoes, how I like to put mine together is I use curling ribbon, and I put it through this, like I take both shoelaces that are tied together and attach it. I don't have them in front of me, but
I didn't bring shoes either. I was trying to see if you guys see me like looking down and doing something. I have Instagram up over here, but I was trying to find it on my phone to just see. I didn't see any comments here, but I just want to see if it showed anything different on my phone. So it's not that I was not paying attention to Amy. I was listening. I was just trying to make sure if we had any questions. So I didn't bring any tennis shoes either, any sneakers. But I like to do the same thing, like curling ribbon or zip ties. I was just going to show these little slippers because most shoes have somewhere where you can put them together. Yeah. They have some kind of hole or loop on the inside or something. These do have like a little band on them that we can use to either loop something through that band and keep them together. But if it didn't have that, if it just had, just the slipper with nothing else here, I could actually take it and safety pin them together right there. And then this is the one case where using the tagging gun to go through the materials would be appropriate because it wouldn't like leave a hole, in all this furry stuff. A hole wouldn't be visible. So you could use the tagging gun on this one. But again, if you're going to use a tagging gun on like shoes, like make sure you're doing it the right way. So, and it's always good to ask. You can send us a picture and say, hey, is it okay if I, tag here or whatever? But you could do that on these and then attach the tag.
Two things about shoes. Even if you have, and correct me if I'm wrong, Fran, but even if you have the box that the shoes go in, we don't want you to sell them in the box. We want customers to be able to see what they look like without having to open a box. So typically we say save your boxes, put things back in boxes, but with shoes, we don't like that. So
Yeah.
there's no need to have shoe boxes for your shoes. The
Yeah.
other thing I was going to say is we've been talking about, obviously pairing them together because we don't want shoes to be separated from one another. The only situation where we would take them apart is if it's a high value. There you go. Let's just say I'm not cool, hip to be squared, what all the kids say nowadays. But like Nikes, Air Jordans, expensive shoes that are worth quite a bit of money, you can sell them at JBF for sure. And we have a way to where you can keep one on the floor and one is in a safe place with us at the cash register.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what Fran's holding as a tag. And so we keep them together that way. But on the floor, people would only see one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's to keep your item safe
Yeah.
from walking away, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we do have that. That's something you would need to check in with us at drop off to get, and or tell us about that, and we would separate the two because I think, doesn't it say like find my mate or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It says pick up my partner at the
Yeah.
registers before you check out. So one goes on the one that's staying on the floor, and then the identical number goes to the one that's staying with us. So
And we
that
usually have a shoe hold, like a
mm-hmm.
mesh shoe holder, whatever thing that we keep those
Yeah.
in, and they're labeled and all of that. So we do have a high value price items for shoes specifically, but we
Mm-hmm.
also do others as well. But since we're talking about shoes, so that would be the only time I would on the floor. You should see them separated. All the rest of the times, shoes go together, and they need to be attached together somehow, some way. So
Yeah, and we want people to be able to try them on if they need to try them on. So we always recommend, just FYI, just for yourself, if you're shopping for your kid, trace their feet. So you know what size, because I have gotten burned because my son is like growing every single day, and I think I know his size, and then I buy shoes at JBF, and then
and y'all, she does this firsthand experience. I went shopping with her at a different JBF, and she pulls out from her little bag a piece of paper, folds it out, and it's her son's huge foot.
Yes, because I've been burned.
And she's going against, all of them and checking. So no, it's good. I should do that.
Yes. If you have a child that is growing like mine, like whose shoe size changes like every other day. Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
So I think we'll wait. We were going to talk about big items tonight, but we'll wait because we're at the 8:43 mark. And so we don't want to keep you guys. We don't want this to be like super long. But if you are in our sellers group, we need you to share our magic post that was made last week. I know some people shared it because I saw it, but you didn't come back and make a post on the yep. I know.
Guilty.
Make sure you come back on the post and show where you shared it, because you can get a prize. So make sure you do that. If you guys have any questions as you're watching the replay, just put those in and we will get to those questions. I didn't see any other ones tonight.
And if you are tagging, sorry to cut you off, Rand, if you are tagging things and you already have questions, even if we're not covering it, like, we're saying, oh, we're going to talk about big items, send the questions in because we can address them. We don't want you to have to wait until further down. So ask whatever questions you have, and we can go from there. I think it's good we just did clothes and shoes because those typically are larger. A lot of people sell those, and so I think it's good that we just focused on that. So ask questions.
If you have more questions, join us in our event tomorrow, in our Facebook event. It should be the first comment on this post, and that'll be fun. There'll be prizes, so join us there also, and
share with people that might be interested in selling because it's really focused on how to become a seller and what to do and all the ins and outs and all of that. So recommend it to people, everyone you know.
Yeah, so we will see you all next week, same place.
I won't be here, but Fran, I'm going on. Well, I hope I'm going on vacation, so we'll see. But
That's right. Amy won't be here. So maybe I can convince Ruthie to come on with us next week and or one of my other JBF buddies.
Yeah.
If not, y'all just have to see me. Sorry.
See, why don't you and Mac do a little
We'll do a dueling
he's in the living room, you're in the office.
And then we'll be arguing like that is not how you tag this.
It'd be a good comedy half hour. Anyways, I'll be there. I'll be there in the comments if I can, but I won't be. You won't see my face.
We want you to enjoy your vacation.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. You have a good night. I'm going to end on Instagram here, and then I'm going to end the